This is not a civilian type interview. It will not help you when that Zoom opens up for you to answer questions in a civilian type way. The CBP interview is a paramilitary federal law enforcement based interview. They do not want to hear about where you will be in 5 years. No one is going to care about that. They don't care about a strength or weakness at all. They are judging you for one, on judgment, right? Not personality. We both know that sometimes in interviews you can get by with your personality, right? If you're very warm and person you can who's approachable, those are things that count for civilian type interviews because of the job that entails, right? However, in a CBP interview, they're looking for judgment. What would you do if? What happens here, right? And also to remember for CBP, sometimes these questions, they're looking if you will go hands-on, right? If you will defend your partner, right? And how will you do it? Do you know the mode, what it takes, the verbiage to use, what happens after, who to contact, when to contact? If you cannot answer those 6 variables alone for the interview, you should not be in the interview because that's what's happening to now 61.9% of people who go for the CBP interview. That's why they're not passing. They think it's a civilian type interview. Oh, all you STAR, situation, task, action, result. You cannot use STAR effectively in any of the CBP interview formats. You can use the result part, okay, but you cannot use the whole thing. It doesn't match. Number 2, the CBP panel is looking for accountability, not relatability. They don't care how you relate to this or that in the interview. They want you to be accountable. The reason why, look at the world in which you live in today. You have leaders, you have family members, you have friends who will not be responsible for their own bad behavior, for their own actions. CBP wants you to be accountable, positive or negative, for your own behavior. That's how you get through that. Number 3 is a big thing I teach a lot in my coaching program, is that we cannot have emotional answers to their questions. They don't want to deal with emotions from you. It's not about that. You got to come off as a professional devoid of any emotional type answers. They're looking for emotional maturity. They're not looking for someone, oh my gosh, that might work again in a civilian type interview where you might say some funny story, everybody's laughing, and it's a good, not going to cut it. No one is going to smile in a CBP interview. You're not going to have that. It's going to be a serious series of questions aimed at you. Now you might think, well, I'm ready for it. Really? You got 10 to 12 people that day who are going to interview against you. If you don't come in there strack, meaning having it all together, you're going to be one of the 60+% who don't make it. Do not sit there and give them any kind of jokes, any kind of anger in your answer, none of that. You have to be strack, which I use the old-fashioned word, but that I mean you have to be tight on your answer. Number 4, a lot of you guys have a hard time in my coaching program, and it's okay because you come from a civilian world. But your enforcement authority must sound natural. This is something you guys already know. I work on time and time again with you because I want you to think in a different mindset. Civilians don't typically think in an enforcement authority mindset. They don't think that way because why? The world of civilians is not about that. Civilians rely on people like CBP, FBI, Secret Service, U.S. Marshals to have that authority. If you're going to walk into this environment, right, into this interview, the Zoom opens up and you don't understand how to have this enforcement authority already locked and loaded, you're not going to pass. Guaranteed, you will not pass. My people pass at a 90.4% rate because I use repetitive techniques. I show them how to do this, how to make it work. I would not be here for 7 years at a 90.4% success rate if I didn't know what I was talking about. This stuff I do know. I can't fix your car. I can't make you a table, but but I can help you pass the CBP interview. Number 5, of course, is this. You got to have policy awareness is more important than storytelling. How many civilian interviews have people sat there and blah, 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 and they just rambled on about some story. No one, good job. No one cares about that. Storytelling is applicable when it comes to Secret Service, though. Not uniform division, but Secret Service. But this is for CBP. So for CBP, do not tell stories. They want you to be aware of policy. Policy awareness matters. Do you understand the policies and the procedure and the verbiage? That's where it counts, you guys. I get emails all the time from people who did not pass, and now they're in my coaching program now. And they understand as we go through the coaching program. I hear a lot of, oh my God, oh geez, oh gee, oh wow. And it's okay. It doesn't mean you guys are lacking. Doesn't mean you're not smart. It means you didn't prepare properly for this process. Last one is this, and I push it hard on you, calm under pressure. I intentionally put questions to you that make you freak out, make you stress on purpose, because I want to hear how you answer it. So why do I do this? I'm building the perfect candidate for the interview process, because CBP panels will do the same thing, right? But if you're prepped with me, someone on your team with the knowledge and know-how, I can show you how to do this. The interview panel is designed to get the right answers out of you one time, one shot. If you fail, you go back for 6 months and you got to try again. Some of you guys cannot come back in 6 months because you're aging out, right? You cannot do that. If you're serious about this, making CBP a career for yourself, and you really got to pass the interview stage and you have doubts about it, you come to me for that. I'm here to help you. I have been around for a long time now, coaching people how to do this. I love my success stories. I get them all the time. I get great success stories from you guys. But I want to tell you, I don't want returns. 32% of my business is returns, right? But there are people who take it on their own the first time and they fail. I want people coming to me the first time, because I feel terrible for you when you hear for the second time say, oh my God, Mitch, I didn't pass the first time at all. I need your help. I'm here to help. But if you're serious, link down below, get it to my calendar, and let's start you on the path to your journey, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.